Welcome to the Junior High Humanities Podcast, where our students dive deep into the heart of what it means to be fully human.
Every episode is a student-driven journey featuring their unique insights, reflections, and discoveries from their humanities assignments.
Stay tuned to the Junior High Humanities Podcast for a captivating exploration of humanity, faith, and learning.
Hello, everyone. This is our narrative poems podcast by Anders, Daniel, and Miles.
My name is Daniel, and I'll be first sharing the poem I wrote about my mom. There is one woman that is like no other. I am very grateful. She is my own mother. Her words are very comforting and positive, whatever she might say. I walk home to the aroma of the delicious hot meals she cooks every day. She washes my dust-covered laundry late at night just so I could go to school with my clothes clean and bright. My mother never tells me when she is tired. That is why she is the person that I admire. When heavy rain is pouring and the winds are blowing, my mom doesn't give up. She keeps on going. She comes home from her garden, her clothes covered with dirt. Her hair was wet, water and leaves covered her skirt. But sometimes she hides her sorrow without shedding tears. No matter how many struggles we face in life, she'll always persevere. My mother is a guidance in my life, and I know that it is true. And I appreciate and love her so much. I really, really do.
What I like about your poem, Daniel, is how I realize how you rhyme it a lot and how it really speaks through me and how much you really care about your mother.
Yeah, because my mom works really hard and stuff, and I think this poem is a pretty accurate reflection of her, all the hard work she puts into raising me, and I'm just really grateful for her.
I also really like the rhyme scheme going on. It really showed all that your mom has done for you and all the hard work she pays off and does for you just so you could have a good life and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like you guys can all relate to this kind of because your guys' moms are pretty hardworking too. So sometimes I appreciate my mom a lot, but sometimes I just don't act like it. But how do you guys relate to this poem kind of?
I can relate to this poem because my mom is working her butt off, and she recently someone decided not to pay her for her job, and she runs her own business, which is really tough for her. And she's trying to get someone a lawyer to approve it so she can get her money. And she, like I said, she's an entrepreneur. She has her own business, and I really respect that. And yeah, she's always just working really hard for our whole family.
Yeah, my mom too. She works really hard for our family just to put three meals on the table for us. And I come from a big family, so she has to work really hard to cook all these meals for 6 siblings, just so we can all have dinner together. Yeah. And I know she it's sometimes hard for her, but she always tries her best and always makes the best meals for us.
Yeah, 'cause my mom, she's basically retired, and she's in United States with us. My dad is working really hard with a job in China, and my mom just basically takes care of me, drives me to places, makes sure I get my work done and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, my mom also too. She has to take me everywhere herself because my dad he's really busy with work all the time, so she has to dedicate her own time to me and take me the places I need to go.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'll share my the Crescent testimony poem. So when I'm feeling anxious or distressed, I would open my heart and would talk to the Lord, hoping to find comfort and peace. Sometimes the solution just won't come easy. The Christian journey isn't a golden brick road. It is a rocky trail with damaged paths along the way. I could read the Bible and do as I was told, but I am still able to drift away. I will tell God about my discomfort and about all my anxieties in life. Sometimes I don't feel the support. It is always a constant fight. The Christian path is like an ocean filled with unforgiving waves, but He is there when my problems get conquered. The Lord is supportive and loving. He works in mysterious ways. So each struggle He puts in my life, I will get stronger. Yeah, so my poems basically, I just shared about like some struggles I have with God, and I think you guys can relate to that. Like sometimes, like I know I'm like a Christian and things, but sometimes like even though I am, like life is still like hard sometimes, like I fail my test sometimes, and like yeah, sometimes when I pray, I just like don't really feel anything, but yeah.
Yeah, I can relate to that because, like, sometimes I start to, like, I'm a Christian and all right, but sometimes I'll start to, like, question God. I'll be like, well, how is Christianity the one, like, true religion that gets you to heaven? And how is, like, not the other religions, like, how does Christianity have the afterlife? And how to, like, because all the religions say they have, like, an afterlife or something similar to that. But how does Christianity the one that's right and all the other ones are wrong is what sometimes I start to think.
I can also relate to because sometimes it's really hard to like keep your faith in God when sometimes your life, like, you can be going through some hard times and you could easily lose your faith in God, but you always have to keep like remembering and praying to Him because He's our Savior, and we always have to put our faith in Him, even if it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes like if God is like all good, sometimes I wonder like why do like bad things like happen to me? Like why does like bad things happen in life? Sometimes I wonder that. But like I put my faith in God, and at the end of my poem I said like God is like always there when you like solve your problems, and like God is gonna be like with you when you like when you conquer like a challenge in your life. And yeah, so just put your faith in God, and I think it'll be all good, right?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, I can definitely agree with you too, because like I've struggled too with my life. But yeah, I think, all right, Anders, I think it's time for you to share your poems.
All right. Okay, yeah, so my poem I'm going to be sharing, this first one is about, it's going to be called, it's just about my coach. And here we go. So, he takes time out of his day and makes sure my skills will never go gray. He'll always encourage me to do my best and shine over all the rest. His love of God pours out on me. It makes me want to see what the Lord has done for me. He's the one who has helped me be who I am and knows that I can make the ball go wham. He puts in time thinking in multiple drills and always is helping me improve my skills. He pays attention and recognizes when I'm mad, and then it says comforting words that make me feel glad. And I know you guys can probably all relate to this, how your coach always has wanted and wants the best for you. And I was wondering, like, what you guys think.
Yeah, something I liked about your poem too is the rhyme scheme almost, and how it like really shows like all that your coach has done for you and how he's like helped you improve your skills so much, and that you just want to like thank him for like teaching you how to play baseball or whatever your sport is, and how he's just been there for you the whole time.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I feel like I could relate to that in some ways because I snowboard a lot, and I have this coach person who like guides me and helps me become better, like teaches me like new tricks and stuff, gotta do the backflips and stuff, like win nationals and stuff. And yeah, I feel like you guys can relate to that too, because we all do like sports, and we all have like a coach who like guides us.
Here's my second poem, and it's about my Christian testimony. I love God, and I always will. He makes me feel like I have every skill. He is the Lord Almighty, the one who's always there and fighting for each and every one of us. For He is the one that created everything out of dust. He is the one who paid the price so that one day we could witness Christ. I came to Him through my pastor's knowledge and decided to throw away all my garbage or sin and to follow the one and true holy God, worshiping Him until I'm gone. He's the one and only God, and I know that He is not a fraud. We sing Holy, Holy for a reason, and we know that one day everyone will believe Him. And that is my poem, and what do you guys have to say about it?
What I like about your poem is you're really showing your deep connection with God and how you're like striving to have like a deeper understanding of Him and how you met and understood God, like how from your pastor told you and he showed you like what it means to follow God and show you like who God is and what He has done for you, and that you've just like based off that been trying to get a deeper understanding of Him and follow your Christian life path.
Yeah, I feel like I have like a deep connection with that poem, and something I really like about it is like the rhyme scheme and how creative it is.
I think these poems can relate to each other too, because your coach is kind of pushing you forward to like learn stuff and become better at what you're at, and you're kind of trying to push forward your relationship with God and be better, like have a better relationship with Him and just like learn more about Him. So I think that your coach poem and the God poem, or like your Christian testimony poem, both can relate.
Yeah, sometimes like when I hit like 72-foot snowboarding jumps, because I'm just, yeah, sometimes I feel like my coach gives me like the knowledge that I need to like hit it, but then like God like gives me like the courage, if that like makes sense, you know?
Yeah, I can agree, because like both my coach and God can like sort of help me get through something if I'm like struggling, and they can like, you know, like just help me concentrate and then like overcome an obstacle. And yeah, I mean, like also I know that sometimes like we can question our faith in God, and like Daniel hitting 72-foot jumps, we can like question if he's gonna land it or not. And so sometimes we just have to like put our full faith in God and like trust that He knows what's best for us, and that we're gonna end up coming out on top of something, and always He's by our side and He'll help us like do good.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes at the same time we sort of like start to like question like God or our coach when we like fail or something, when we like don't reach our expectations. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I agree with that. Anders, how has your pastor affected you to not like lose your faith in God and like keep you going?
Well, my pastor has like always been there for me, and like even like if I'm going through like a tough time, he can like just help me, and like he's like really able to understand like what's going on and like when you need help and stuff. So like I really appreciate him, and all he's like done for me throughout the past few years that I've known him. And I just really, you know, I really like get to know him even more, like going to like a Christian camp or whatever you say, and just bonding with him and my friends too.
What are some like challenges in life that you guys face that like got you guys like that God or your coaches got you guys through?
Just like, you know, like a huge test or something, like
Yeah,
really
like a big
going
championship game.
Yeah. All right, Miles, now it's time for you to share your poems about whatever you're going to choose.
All right. My first poem is about my dad. Always teaching me the needs in life, like how to throw a ball and put a glove on right. Pushing for me to always try my best, raising me to grow up and be a good man. Always looking out for me like a lion protecting its cubs. Always encouraging me to try something new, whether it's learning how to play a sport or trying a mysterious food. Preparing me for all the skills I need, as big as owning a business to as small as starting a grill. Showing me the beauty in nature as the sunset shines on the crashing waves to the fire crackling under the moonlight stars. Taking me places I've never seen before, leading to lifelong memories of places we never thought we'd go. Thank you for all you've done for me. I truly need you and love you. What I'm like trying to elaborate in this poem is like how my dad has showed me like all the cool things in life and raised me to like be able to have experience in like things you may need later on in life.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, what I like about your poem is like how you talk about your dad and how like you really trust him and how he's like trying to help you grow up as the best man as you can be, and like how he's guiding you through life, like you know what you said like in the first line, like how to put a glove on right, and how he's like always there for you and you respect him, and then also getting to spend like quality time with him, which is like really means a lot to you and your dad too, which like makes you both like sound like you really care about each other and bond really well, and you guys are like more than just like father and son. You guys are like best friends for
like
forever.
coach and student possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, like, you know, like, ever since I like kind of moved to the U.S., I didn't really like spend any time with my dad because he's always like at China, like working and like trying to make money for my family. So I had to like spend more time with like my mom. But when I do spend time with my dad, he loves me a lot. He's like a really caring person, and he wants to like raise me to be like the best like version of myself, I'd say. And so my dad definitely like helps me become like a better person in many ways, and supports me and supports the family, like supports me, supports my mom and stuff. And yeah, it's just really cool.
All right, Miles, now I think it's time for your second poem.
All right, my second poem is about my Christian testimony. It's called My Savior. Always been there for me in my struggles. You've always been welcoming to my prayers, even if they're less focused on thanking you and more of what I want. I know you're always looking out for me, especially when I'm lost in the world. I know you have a plan for me. You're always guiding me step by step. I'll always put my faith in you, even through times of disbelief. I can always count on you to be there for me, especially when I need someone to trust. You always lead me on my path to life, helping me along the way when I'm lost. I'm always striving to learn more about you. I want to develop a deeper relationship with you, and I will always believe in you, Lord.
All right, so that poem, I feel like I could like relate to that a lot because, you know, sometimes I just feel ungrateful. You know, sometimes I will like feel ungrateful, you know, like I will like focus on the things that like I don't have. Like I really want this like cool looking e-bike and stuff, and I'm always like, why don't I have it? But then like I remember like there's like a lot of things in life that I'm like really grateful to have, you know, like I get like food, I'm fed, I get water, I have a school, you know.
Yeah.
Those are like just like things that you can just be grateful, you know, like everyday life things, and I feel like sometimes we forget to be grateful for that.
Yeah, I could agree because like sometimes I feel like I need to be a bit more grateful. Like, and God helps me with that, and my parents, like, they can also help me with that. And sometimes, well, not necessarily help me, but, like, help me realize that, like, sometimes I think about, like, I have so much, and, like, I don't need any more. Like, I have food, water, like Daniel said, and I have a house. And that's, like, that's perfect because, you know, God says that, all you need is him, and you have like a staircase to heaven, and you'll get there one day, which is great.
Yeah, I also feel like it's really hard to not get lost in the world and like what we want. Like Daniel said, a cool e-bike or whatever you think you need, but really you just need to be thankful for what you have, like your family, your house that you get to live in, the school you get to go to, your clothes, your shoes, like everything that you don't realize on a daily basis that you use a lot that you're not thankful for. I feel like you just need to like recognize that and be thankful for that and try to not like get caught up in the worldly things that you want.
Yeah, cause like sometimes like sometimes it just like may not seem like a loss. Sometimes it just like feel normal that we're getting like well fed and like we have a bed to sleep in. But then we feel like, but then like we gotta like remind ourselves that like our parents like worked really hard for us to like have these kind of lives. Like we should be like grateful and thank God like every day for like these simple things, you know.
Yeah, like even how he like just created us and, like, put us down here on earth, like, that's, like, already enough to me. But then, like, sometimes I realize, oh, I need this and I need that. But then, like, if, like, you then realize, or, like, you see people that, like, don't have it as good as you start to, like, respect, like, your not, like, yourself. I don't know how to put this, but, like, respect your parents, like, maybe how they've provided everything for you. Well, you just sit there and then just ask and ask. They provide everything and just help you get through it, which I know we can all, like, really appreciate of how they're always there helping us. And yeah, thank you guys for all listening to our poem.
This episode has been a production of the Capistrano Valley Christian Schools Podcast Network. Capistrano Valley Christian Schools is a Christian JK-12 school in San Juan Capistrano, California. Be sure to check out, subscribe to, and leave a review of this show and the other shows on our network on your podcast player of choice. Doing so supports the school community in a multitude of ways. For more information about the CVCS Podcast Network or any of our other shows, check out cvcs.org or email podcasts@cvcs.org. On behalf of the whole network, this is Mr. Jasper saying thank you again for listening and stay tuned for more.